Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? And so here we go. We've got the Cowboys and the 49ers here going at it here. And so what a matchup here between these two teams. We're here in San Fran for this matchup. We've already got Lewis here on the stream, and Lewis says Sunday night football. He's excited about that. And so we're going to see how this game plays out here. And so already here, 49ers with the football, already in Dallas territory here. Brock Purdy throws it, and again, looks like Brandon Ayuk picks up the first down there. That's about 11 yards on the reception and a first down. So again, 49ers here with the football first. And that time, nice move there by Brandon Ayuk. All right, so San Francisco's going to line up in a shotgun here. Fullback goes in motion. Brock throws it, gets it to Deebo Samuel. Ball comes out here, but there is a penalty. So we'll wait to see what the penalty is going to be. All right, looks like they're saying defensive offside is the penalty, so it wouldn't have mattered if it was a fumble or not. Defensive offsides is the penalty. Lewis says we're going under 45. And so, all right, bet. So Lewis is taking the under in this one, so he's going to be rooting defense. JB's going to be rooting defense here as well. So it looks like we're going to be rooting for some defense here. All right, so we got 1st and 5 again after the penalty here. And so, old man, what's good with you? How are you doing? Purdy takes a snap from up under center, gets the completion to Deebo Samuel. Now, pending where they mark him out of bounds at, should have been an easy first down there, but he wasn't paying attention, I guess, stepped out before reaching out for that first. So now we've got 2nd and 1. Let's see. Lewis says, got the ground crew involved in this game. Nice. But yeah, Old says, what's good, JB? How you doing tonight? By the way, I might be in and out of the chat. Appreciate the heads up. And JB is doing good. JB is happy to have tomorrow off. And so happy about that. Meanwhile, 2nd and 1, going to toss it to the back here. And Christian McCaffrey, he's going to pick up that first down, take it inside the 20. Let's see. Old says, I'm not home waiting for my Dukes to make sure she got home safely. And so that's wonderful. Understand that. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. If I wasn't here, JB would probably be waiting on Zach Wilson for much different reasons right now. I got some beef with Zach Wilson. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Brock Purdy in the pocket, stepping up here, throws it on the run. Perfect time there to George Kittle. And George Kittle gets a touchdown. Opening drive. Lewis, should we be concerned about the under after seeing that drive again? 7 plays, 75 yards, 3 minutes and 50 seconds in terms of time position. Made it look easy. 49ers on that one. And that time, I mean, just Brock Purdy being able to move around. I've watched a couple Cowboy games this year, and it's not often you get to see the quarterback move around like that and not get hit. But great job there by Brock Purdy. And what a season Brock Purdy's having. Extra point right there is good. Now, there is a penalty. So let's see what the penalty is going to be. All right, so let's see what the penalty is going to be. All right, and of course, extra point is good. All right, so we got to see the 49ers offensively, and they went out there and they opened this one off with a touchdown. So now we're going to have to see the Dallas Cowboys. How will they respond in this one? Brandon Ayuk had a pair of catches for 20 yards in that one. Christian McCaffrey, he had 3 carries for 12 yards. Also, Brock Purdy was 4 of 4 for 43 yards. And let's not forget the man of the hour, George Kittle, had the touchdown catch there for 19 yards. So geez, 49ers went out there, made it look like clockwork. I'm not going to lie. Right now, 49ers would have to be the team that I have in the NFC getting to the Super Bowl as of right now by how they've looked so far this season. Now, who for the AFC? Not entirely sure, to be honest. I mean, there are times where it looked like it could be Miami. There are times it looked like it could be Buffalo, but I think Jacksonville showed us Buffalo is who we thought they are. But it's, man, let's see. Lewis says, we're good, JB. Usually when the game starts off scoring fast, it stays under. And so, Trav, what's good with you, man? Earlier I checked and your fantasy team was having a bit of some problems, man. Let me know what's going on. What's going on with you? Matter of fact, I'm going to shoot you a text real quick, bro. Check this out, man. I'm going to shoot you a text real quick and check out what I'm about to send you, bro. You're not going to believe this. You're not gonna believe this. But yeah, man, how you doing? And are you concerned about your Dallas Cowboys right now? And again, we are currently right now at the commercial. Again, 49ers first drive went down there and got 7 points. And I'm going to be watching to see Dak Prescott, because if the Cowboys are going to be able to go all the way to the Super Bowl, it's going to depend on Dak Prescott. At some point, he's going to have to go out there and be the quarterback that you wanted him to be when he took over this franchise here. Him and also Tony Pollard as well, that like we saw what happened last year in the playoffs against the Eagles when Pollard went down that team. Like I feel like that was the difference in that game against the Eagles. So we'll see. Old says, yeah, Zach Wilson did you dirty. Old already knows. I already talked with Old. He already knows, man. So JB. It took everything JB had to be able to get to the stream because like this was tough for JB. This was tough. Let's see. Trav says we're gonna pull it off. And so bet, man, I just shot you a text, man. Check out what I just sent you, man. It was a crazy day, man. It was a crazy day. And you'll understand why I'm mad with Zach Wilson after you see that, man. Because Zach Wilson, he messed me up. That interception that he threw against the Broncos, had he just thrown the first down, just got the first down, and they could have ran out the clock, y'all would have seen a completely different JB. But anyways, we'll let that play out. Lewis says, Niners, the money team. Bet. All right, so here goes the Dallas Cowboys here in the first quarter, 11 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Let's see. Oh, it says JB when Jets come to Buffalo, New York. I'll take Zach Wilson knee out for payment. And so please do. The knee, the arm, the leg. I'm not sure that he has anything worth that amount there, but take what you can. JB would appreciate that. All right, so here goes Dallas, 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Gives the ball to Tony Pollard on the carry, and he's going to pick up a yard on the play. 2nd down coming up. But yeah, it was not meant to be for JB to come so close, but yet so far away. Oh, it wasn't meant to be. All right, so we've got 2nd and 9 coming up. Dak's up under center. Play fake. Throwing it and overthrew his intended target that time. And that was Luke Shoemaker there and he tried to get that completion there, but it's incomplete. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 9. And so this is where you want to be careful here. You got to be able to sustain drives here. If you're the Dallas Cowboys here, you cannot be going 3 and out, giving the 49ers it, because they are a team that when they get momentum, which seems to be almost all the time, they will steamroll you. Like once they get going, they get going. And so Phoenix, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? Meanwhile, Dak taking another shot, and this time it's to Gallup, but it's incomplete. So Cowboys go 3 and out on that first drive. Tony Pollard had a carry for a yard, and then Dak Dakota Prescott was 0 for 2 on that drive. Cowboys will punt the ball from their own 26-yard line. Lewis says it is Lance time. Would that not make for entertainment if somehow your boy came in and then just somehow made it do what it do against his former team? I totally forgot that this is Lance's former team they're going against. Not that I expect to see him, because if we do, that means something went terribly bad. Eric, what's good with you? How are you doing, my guy? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Meanwhile, punts on the way. Gets it from his own 22-yard line. Brought down immediately, and that's where the San Francisco 49ers will take over with the football. Lewis says, oh, I forgot to take my shot. San Francisco touchdown. And while Lewis forgot to do that, I forgot to put the poll question up as well. So let JB get to it now while we have a minute here in the first quarter with about 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go. 49ers on top right now, 7-0. And JB's going to get the poll question up so we can all cast our vote and let us know who we've got winning this game. Again, Cowboys and 49ers. Is this a potential playoff matchup? I could certainly see that being the case. All right, poll question is officially up now, so get your votes in. Who will win this matchup? Cowboys and 49ers. Keep them going here. We've got a wonderful matchup here today, and so I've been looking forward to this one pretty much all day. My team got slaughtered. And so I'll go ahead and address that right now. We got slaughtered today. It was not a good day for JB at all when it comes to watching my Patriots go out there and just embarrass ourselves all over again. And so, yeah, so I was looking forward to actually seeing two quality teams face each other. That is for sure. Absolutely. Let's see, Eric says today is better than yesterday. You said all of your teams lost yesterday. Today is better than, let's say, better day. My Hawks are off this week. And so bet. We all dream about better days. JB's looking forward to that better day as well, because what I seen today was extremely discouraging. I saw a team that is stuck on quit right now. Like, the team quit, our coach quit, everybody quit, man. I mean, down 17, 24, whatever, how many points, we're punting the ball. We're not even trying at this point. Bill's like, I'll help you run out the clock. So it was extremely disappointing for my team today. So I understand that. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial, so we're not missing any action here. But this will be the second drive of the game offensively for the San Francisco 49ers, who are at home here. They are 4-0 right now. And so against a Cowboys team that is 3-1 right now, big opportunity on the way. All right, getting ready to return back to the action. Lewis says playoffs. Playoffs. Was not JB's day. I had another pick 'em in which Anthony Richardson continues to get hurt, so messed up my pick 5 with that. JB was not happy. Meanwhile, Christian McCaffrey, nice yards on the carry there, picks up about 5 yards there, taking it to the 28-yard line for the San Francisco 49ers. He's got 4 carries for 17 yards so far in this one. Phoenix says, Lewis, Don Julio for me tonight. And so, yes, we've got 5 votes in so far. 49ers leading the poll. All right, be sure to get your votes in here. We want to know who you got in this one, so keep them coming. Eric says, Patriots. I tell you, I don't know if Bill can make it out of this. He would resign. He's not getting fired. And so, oh, man, I'd be right there saying, look, it's time to resign. Meanwhile, Christian McCaffrey picks up about 4 yards on that carry, 3-4 yards. So now we're looking at 3rd and short coming up for the San Francisco 49ers. Let's see what they do to try to keep this drive alive here. Again, from their own 31-yard line. And so, I mean, don't get me wrong. JB's opinion is that Bill Belichick is still tremendous coach. You don't forget how to coach, but he's a horrible GM. Horrible GM. I mean, you have to go back to about maybe 2014, 2015 when he started really messing up as a GM. But it's one of those things, like I was telling Mr. JB earlier, it's like an iceberg, like it doesn't melt all it like at that first shot, it doesn't melt, but over time it will continue to melt. And that's what's been happening here. So since he is a package deal at this point, we're not going to convince him to only be the coach and stuff like that. As a GM, terrible, terrible. Everybody's saying let's get an early draft pick. I'm afraid. I'm like, well, what if Bill drafts someone that he likes with that first pick, or either trades back and ignores someone that can help us? So at this point, I got to have a conversation with Bill. Tell him I appreciate everything he did. I really do. But Bill, the GM, it's like having Phil Jackson, the GM, and I am not in favor of that at all. They're better off purely as coaches, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. All right, so now we got the Dallas Cowboys coming back out here for their second offensive drive. Last time out there, they were 3-and-out, so let's see what they do here. Lewis says New England, 1 touchdown in 3 games. Yeah, we're pretty much the NFL version of the Iowa Hawkeyes right now, minus the defense at times. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we've become right now, Lewis. Pretty much. Pretty much. There's not a team out there that's not excited to play us right now. Let's see. O says if the Pats get a top 3 pick, it's Marvin Harrison Jr. or nothing. And so if I had to take the over under on that one, I would side with the nothing because they're going to find a way not to do it. You already know. You already know. Look at the receivers that we've already passed up that we had abilities to draft. You really think that Bill is going to take Marvin Harrison Jr. if give him the opportunity? Nah, he would not do that. He would not do that. He would trade back. Old says, the game has passed Bill by, and now someone close to Max said, you can't keep cooking with garbage. And it always comes out good. You know what? When you put it like that. But I don't like either ingredient right now. I don't. I'm a firm believer that a quarterback can be broken by a bad situation. I feel like Sam Darnold fell victim to that. At some point, you're being a part of failure for so long, even if you're put in a good situation, it's too late. The confidence is gone. Like you start to look at some of the body language that Mac Jones has consistently displayed. How do you think that would make any person feel to consistently get pulled at their position and stuff like that time and time and time again? You've got no choice saying, oh man, is this going to be my final drive here? Like, is coach going to pull me here? And so at some point, you just lose your confidence completely, and you don't recover from that at some point. You reach the point of no return after some point, and I'm afraid that Mac Jones is getting very close to that point of no return. I mean, there's no doubt if he had the right system in place, you saw what he did his rookie year. If you kept that same system and stuff, and say what you want about Josh McDaniels, the head coach, terrible head coach, but as the offensive coordinator, he was the only guy that really made it easy for Mac Jones. Because now Mac Jones is trying to play hero ball. How are you going to play hero ball and you're just an average citizen? Tell me that. How are you going to be a hero and you're just an average Joe out there? You ain't got no superpowers, nothing. And you're out here trying to save the universe. Dak throws it short, caught by Tony Pollard. He's going to lose some yards here. That's not good for my fantasy team at all. At all. And so, but RC on Hoops, what's good with you? What's good with you? RC says, JB, what it do? You said I came to crash the party. And so, hey, the party don't stop till RC gets on board. But man, it's been a tough day for JB for multiple reasons here. Tough day. But JB is, JB's going to be good. JB's going to be all right. But if the Patriots keep doing that, then maybe not. Meanwhile, pass completed there. CD Lamb with the catch. Y'all got JB still messed up. I almost said Des Bryant by mistake. But no, CD Lamb with the catch. And so now they're a couple of yards short here. Now, Lewis anticipates this to be a low-scoring game here. So do I. We'll see how this plays out, though. 3rd and 3. And up, got him for the sack there. And so you got Nick Bosa in on the sack. He'll get half a sack, him and Armstead. Let's see. Oh, it says Bill Belichick and Kraft broke Mac. You say I'm over him being the quarterback for New England. Pats won't get what he needs to win. And that's true. RC says that the Pats win. That is a negative. That is a negative. That is a negative. That is a negative. Usually you can find the small victories in life, but there was no small victory with that. Meanwhile, punt on the way. Fair catch, caught at the 30-yard line here for the San Francisco 49ers, and that's what they'll take over here for their third offensive possession of the game. Here in the first quarter with under 7 minutes to go. San Fran on top, 7-0. How are you guys feeling about Brock Purdy right now? Who here believes that Brock Purdy is going to be the league MVP or should be league MVP based upon what we've seen so far this season? If you had to put your vote on someone, would Brock Purdy be that guy? And I mention that because I've been hearing quite a few talks about, Brock Purdy, potential dark horse, Purdy MVP. What do you guys think about Brock Purdy there? And at least where would you rank him on the MVP voting as of right now? Let JB know. Let's see. Oh, it says, my Dukes told me she gets out at 8 and the store doesn't close till 9. Oh, man. Let's see. RC says, JB, I saw my Las Vegas Aces win game 1 today of the WNBA Finals. 2 more wins to become defending champions. So got to stay focused. Got to stay focused. But that is tremendous there. What was the final score? I didn't get to even watch the game. JB was really going through it today with these games. But what was the final score? Oh, it says what's crazy is I've been outside since you started the stream. And so I did start the stream a little bit late, but I got you there. Lewis says, nope. RC says Brock Purdy is the truth. All right, so he says he'll vouch for Brock Purdy. And so let's see. Oh, says Tua and Purdy are it for you. And so, okay, Tua. Now for Tua, the highs are high. Like the highs are really high. Like when he gets going, but it's just that Dolphin team in general. Talk about the need for speed. They build that team the way that JB tries to recruit on college football video games and tries to build a team with all that speed everywhere. And so that's what happens when you execute it properly. And like you can't just gang up on Tyreek because everybody else is so fast. You got to play your assignment. And so it's insane what they do and stuff like that. But shout out to them. And I will say this, Tua went to the right situation going to the Miami Dolphins. I know when he first got there, Mike McDaniels wasn't the head coach, but the Dolphins did a tremendous job in bringing in someone that's helping Tua reach that ceiling. Because the wrong situation, you put Tua on the Patriots and you would not see this version of Tua. I promise you that. I promise you that. Guarantee it. So I'm happy that those guys ended up in the right situation to be able to go out there and make it do what it do. RC says 99-82. Okay, bet. You said, but was it? What? It was close until halfway through the third quarter. Okay. Let's see. Lewis says, is that record versus the spread? And so you talking about the 99-82? That is these Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Aces win today in the WNBA's final for Game 1 that he mentioned. Meanwhile, oh man, Brock Purdy feeling the pressure there. Got him for a loss. He lost 2 yards on that one. Let's see. Ode says, what's crazy, JB, Dolphins and Jets have done what the Pats should have done. Yes, Jets are bad, but their team is missing the quarterback and a couple O-line. And so it has been painful to watch the Dolphins get it right, and we did it wrong. Meanwhile, Deebo Samuel trying to get to the left, shakes past the first guy there, picks up about 10 yards before he's pushed out of bounds. We got 3rd and 2 coming up here on 3rd down for the San Francisco 49ers. And they're using everybody. I mean, right now, Lewis can get in there and probably get a carry right now. Everybody getting carries. But look at the ability to bounce it outside there. Now, terrible angle by the corner there. You got to protect that outside. It's a terrible angle by him, but great job by Deebo Samuel. And Deebo Samuel, he's got some strength to him now. He's got some real strength and power to him. All right, so we got 3rd and 1. Shotgun formation. Deebo goes in motion. They hand it to Christian McCaffrey up the middle. And Christian McCaffrey, of course, he's going to get the first down. It's just what you do if you're Christian McCaffrey. It's what you do. Let's see. RC says, Lewis, I can respect it. You say women's hoop ain't for everyone, but it's my bread and butter. And so, oh man, I remember when I was working at the University of Alabama, Birmingham, selling tickets there. And man, it was a challenge to sell college women's tickets, which was extremely cheap. It was extremely cheap and stuff like that, really. But like nobody really wanted to give it the time of day and stuff like that when I would call and ask them. And so it was a challenge. I did the best I could do. I did the best I could do. Meanwhile, Christian McCaffrey off the left guard picks up 5 yards. He's got 7 carries for 27 yards. All right, let's see. O says, Pats need almost a whole new O-line. Oh, man, we need a new playbook. We need a new GM, quarterback, O-line, receivers. We need a lot of everything. A lot of everything right now. Like, we need to build this thing over. Start over from scratch. JB's pressing the button now. Let's just start all over right now. This is going to take some time to fix. This is not a 1-2 year fix here. This is going to take some time. 2nd and 5. Purdy throws it. Ball's deflected. It's incomplete. 3rd down coming up. Let's see. RC says, well, NBA too. You say women's college hoops next, and then WNBA, NFL, MLB, tennis, and NHL come directly after. And so, oh man, you're covering everything, aren't you? You're covering everything. All right, here we go. 3rd and 5. Takes the snap, throws it, incomplete. Incomplete. And so we've got a penalty, looks like. Let's see what they call it on. Let's see. RC says, JB, stop complaining. You say we got plenty of rings and things. And so, and JB is appreciative of that. I am. I'm very appreciative of that, you know. But what's done in the past is the past. JB doesn't walk on here with his chest out saying, we've got all these rings. No. But JB can identify a bad team. And there's no secret we're a bad team. We can all agree on that. So whether you have 0 rings or 10 rings, if you're bad, you're bad. JB was doing the same thing when the Lakers were struggling after Kobe Bryant retired and towards the end of his thing. You know, if you're a bad team, you're a bad team. And so that's just the reality of it. Now, we can choose to sit back and shine our trophies if we want, but JB's not about that life. Meanwhile, they headed to the back, up the middle. He picks up about a good 6-7 yards. Let's see, you say you don't cover all of that. You only cover basketball in all basketball leagues. You say NBA, WNBA, women's college hoops, and some men's college hoops. And so I tell you what, though, there's a lot of things that you learn when you start a channel. When I first started, I wanted to cover just about like everything. So like, but then I realized like, hey, it probably helps if I did narrow it down and just specialize in a couple of things, because like I can't focus on everything. I got to put my attention towards some things, and it's time consuming to cover so many things. Because I was doing sport news at first. Meanwhile, they hand it to the back, and he's going to pick up 2 yards, and that is Jordan Mason on the carry. He's got 2 carries for 9 yards here. 3rd and 1 coming up. Let's see. Lewis says, you're still all Bears. You don't care if you guys went 0-17. And so hanging with Cheesehead, what's good with you? How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope all is well. All right, here we go. 3rd and 1. Purdy up under center. Play fake, looking, throws it there to the fullback, and he's going to pick up the first down. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the first. Let's see, we've got 24 votes in. This poll is pretty close here. 54% believe in the 49ers to win this one. 46% believe in the Cowboys. Let's see, Hangin says you're all right. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so now we've got 1st and 10. Purdy lining up in the shotgun. McCaffrey goes in motion. And they're going to call a flag here. Delay of the game. Let's see, you say you totally understand that. You even tell people you mainly just talk Hawkeyes, Bruins, Boilermakers, Aces, Timberwolves, and Pacers. Everything else is added bonus. And so I honestly feel that way sometimes, you know, like I honestly do, because what you're most passionate about, you'll know more about. Especially for me, I guess the difference between my knowledge for every team typically shows up when I'm doing my mock drafts and stuff like that. That's when I really like, okay, maybe I didn't pay as much attention to this team, you know, outside of just their record and stuff like that come mock draft time and stuff like that. Meanwhile, Purdy throws it. Brandon Ayuk unable to make the catch there. Would have been one heck of a catch if he could have there, but incomplete. Again, so far in this game, Brandon Ayuk has 2 catches for 20 yards so far in this one. Let's see, RC says, Lewis, salute you, a real fan, not a fair weather fan, salute. And so, yeah, I mean, hey, Lewis is just here. He's just here for the shots, really. He finds the positives within every story. Got to admire that. All right, 2nd and 15. Throws it, incomplete. Tried to throw it over the middle there, incomplete. So now we've got 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and 15, again, still here in the first quarter with 1 minute and 34 seconds to go. Let's see, RC says, JB, no cap. You read it from Google on mock drafts. And so, man, the mock drafts that I feel like I do the best on is regarding my Patriots, because I know more about the Patriots and stuff like that. Now, others and stuff like that, I'll take a look at the roster. But I remember I did a mock draft on the Houston Texans this year. I said C.J. Stroud should be the pick, and they just went after me for saying that, talking about they wanted Bryce Young and stuff like that. And I didn't know what I was talking about. And so I don't do mock drafts because JB don't have time to go back and forth and stuff like that. But that's why I typically just do a few. I do the team that I know and I'm passionate about. But, man, there's 32 teams. I can't watch film on all of those guys for free. I just can't do it. JB don't have that kind of time. All right, but that time, Christian McCaffrey, he got mugged on that play. Not going to lie, he got mugged there. And so lucky for him, that knee didn't get bent out the wrong way. All right, they punt the ball on 4th and 20. All right, caught at his own 5-yard line. Let's see, Lewis says, RCO, yes, when they're good, cool. When they suck, oh well, hang in with them and take the pain and hope it ends soon. Hope it ends soon, yes. All right, and again, we're here in the first quarter. 47 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. San Francisco 49ers leading 7-0 here. But we've got the Dallas Cowboys here with the football. And we're going to see what they can do here on this drive. Trying to get something going offensively here. Prescott up under center. Heavy formation. Hands it to the back. Tony Pollard. And he gets, oh man, the ball came out. The ball came out. What is Tony Pollard doing to my fantasy team? What is he doing? Lewis says, just ask JB how it feels. Ouch, Lewis. Gee, that's how it is. That's how it is. Oh man, so Tony Pollard's trying to mess up JB's fantasy team here severely. Let's see. Eric says, "Who's up next?" JB&M. And so, well, the next stream for me is going to be Monday Night Football, and that will be I believe it's the Packers and the Raiders that's on Monday Night Football. So that's going to be the next game that I will be streaming there again on Monday Night Football. Packers and Raiders. All right, so the play is under review here. All right, so I guess they're looking to see if someone touched the ball while they were out of bounds, perhaps, or I thought it was a clear fumble. And so Lewis doesn't like fumbles, or maybe he does like fumbles, maybe. And again, we are currently at the commercial here as the play is under review. But man, Tony Pollard right now hurting JB's fantasy team. But hey, we got 29 votes in, so we're off to a great start right now in the polling. So far, San Francisco 49ers here leading this one. Eric says, how about the Pats' next opponent? And so, oh man, our next opponent, I believe our next opponent is actually the Raiders, but let me double check that real quick. Yeah, our next opponent is going to be against the Raiders up next. So hopefully we'll score a touchdown in that matchup. Hopefully. But yeah, that is our next opponent there, the Raiders. And Lewis cannot stand the sight of Green Bay. All right, let's see. 31 votes so far, 58% for the 49ers, 42 for the Cowboys right now. Lewis says, let's see, he says, I'll be drinking tomorrow. And so, but I understand that's what you got to do to get through it. I feel you there. I feel you there. All right, again, we are still right now currently at the commercial here. I believe that this one will stay called a fumble because, I mean, clearly to me, he looked like he fumbled the ball. So unless they're seeing something that I don't see, all right, so San Francisco after that, Debo Samuel picks up 6 yards there on the run. Well, actually, that counts as a pass there, so 6 yards there. And that will be enough to where they can run out the rest of this quarter. So far, San Francisco, you're up 7-0. You're right now in the red zone thanks to the fumble by Tony Pollard there. So you're doing everything by the book. Look at the difference in total yards so far. San Francisco 98, Dallas 6. And so when you're doing stuff like that, you're going to put yourself in a position to win. And they do milk this one all the way to the end of the first quarter. So that's the end of one. And again, 49ers up 7-0. And this is where I look at that Dallas offense. We know how good that Dallas defense is right now, and we know how good the Cowboys offense is supposed to be. But this is the kind of game against an opponent like this where I look at them and say, this is where you need Dak Prescott to really step up. You can't be 204 right now for 7 yards. And then Tony Pollard, 2 carries, 5 yards, and a fumble. That's not going to cut it. You need your stars to be stars in the biggest games, especially on offense. Help the defense out, make life a little bit easier because you've got one heck of a defense for the Cowboys. So the offense has just got to do their part as well. And in a game like this, the defense cannot do it alone. The offense is going to have to go out there and make some plays. As for San Francisco, looking very balanced so far offensively. Brock Purdy, 6 of 10, 58 yards. You got Christian McCaffrey already 8 carries, 22 yards. Brandon Ayuk, 2 catches, 20 yards. George Kittle, he had the 19-yard touchdown reception earlier. So everybody's getting involved San Francisco-wise. Everybody's getting involved, doing their part as a unit. And again, we are currently right now at the commercial. All right, 34 votes in. Keep the votes coming here. And again, when we come back, this will be the start of the second quarter right now. San Francisco currently leading 7-0 over the Cowboys. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 4 right now. 10 yards away from the end zone and need 4 yards for a first down. And they're going to Christian McCaffrey. And Christian McCaffrey picks up the first down, but he doesn't stop there. Takes it to the 1 yard line. Now, it looks like the ball could have came out here. Dallas is indicating that they have the football, but let's see what the officials say here. Was he down? And if not, who has the ball? But let us see. This could be huge right now. And if you're Dallas, you are really holding your breath, holding right now that they recovered the ball. The officials indicate that it is indeed Dallas that recovered the fumble. So how about that? A rare Christian McCaffrey mistake so far in this one. A fumble, and the Dallas Cowboys recovered it. So just when you think San Francisco's about to jump up 14-0, they fumble the football. I guarantee you there's not going to be many times that we see that from Christian McCaffrey. But man, what a big-time mistake. And so, oh man, I'm just now seeing the comments, guys. I don't know what happened, but I couldn't see that the last couple of times there. Let's see. But Lewis says fumble. Let's go. And so let's see. Eric says 6 yards. Lewis says Raiders win tomorrow. Let's see. O says JB, I wait outside for almost an hour. And Madu says she has a ride. Oh man. Oh no, she didn't do you like that. No. No. Lewis says Cowboys messing with your under. Oh, man. Oh, man. But Lewis says, let's go. But, yeah, I don't know what happened there temporarily, but it wasn't showing the comments until afterwards. But, man. Let's see. Eric says, the positive is the Raiders aren't very hot either. And so I appreciate that, Eric, finding the positive things here for JB. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. From their own 2 yard line. Shotgun formation. Prescott taking a deep shot here to Gallup. Ball deflected, incomplete. Mr. Lewis says this turnover helps your under, and so, oh, it does. It goes a long way. Believe me, it goes a long way. All right, so we got 2nd and 10, shotgun formation. Throws it and gets the completion. All right, it's going to be Michael Gallup there with the catch. He picks up 8 yards. Now we got 3rd and 2 coming up. So 3rd and 2, can the Cowboys get a first down? You don't want to punt the ball this far back into your own territory. You want to get a couple first downs at the very least. All right, so here we go. Shotgun. CeeDee Lamb goes in motion. Dak. Looking. Dak on the move. Dak. Gonna get brought down here. And so they get him there. What a big time sack. He lost about 6 yards on that sack. And wow. So 49ers defense steps up, and they're going to get the football most likely with good field position. Lewis says Lance time. He's like, it is Lance time. Fire up Lance. Punts on the way. Catches it. Almost stumbles. Still on his feet. Slicing between the fingers all the way to about the 38-yard line. So right now, the San Francisco 49ers, thanks to that nice return there by Ray McCloud III, is going to have some pretty good field position already at the Dallas 38-yard line. Let's see, Lewis says Niner defense. And so, yeah, that Niner defense coming through. But I tell you what, if Tony Pollard fumbles one more time, he got to deal with me. My fantasy team in the other league is in shambles this week. I started Anthony Richardson. Big mistake there. He got hurt super early, did nothing for me. Meanwhile, Brock Purdy, okay, they flick it back to him. And look at this, George Kittle again. It's like a remix of the original version that time. 38 yards and a touchdown. He's got 2 catches, 57 yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns for your San Francisco 49ers. And all it took was just one play. One play. Lewis is like, uh-oh. It's like Cowboys defense is trash, is what Lewis just said there. Says they're straight up trash. I wouldn't go that far there, but man, it's not looking good. It is not looking good. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. And so now we have to see how things are going to look for the Cowboys. Now that you're down 14-0, how do you respond here? That is the question. How will you respond here? Lewis says no more points. And again, we are currently here at the commercial as the San Francisco 49ers are up 14-0. Let's see. O says, JB, I'm back. Cowboys defense looked like they didn't show up to play. And so, yeah, I mean, they look unprepared as of right now. I mean, and they're not getting any help from their offense either. Like, they're not getting any help from their offense. Like, already, 49ers started off the Cowboys' 38-yard line. So you're already putting the defense at a disadvantage just by having them be that close. But, man, George Kittle, it's like they determined that this is going to be George's game here. All right, so kickoff on the way, caught at the 4-yard line. He's at the 15, 20, and brought down to about the 23-yard line. And again, that was Turpin on the return. All right, so trailing 14-0 here. This is where you really want to come out and answer here if you're Dak Prescott. All right, so you got 1st and 10. Prescott up under center from his own 22-yard line. CeeDee Lamb goes in motion. Feeds it to Tony Pollard, and Pollard's going to pick up 3 yards there off the right guard. Tackled by Fred Warner on the play. And it appears that we have a lineman that's down right now for the Dallas Cowboys. So medical staff will tend to him. Let's see. You said O says, well, on your $50, you're up 175 to 90, and you still have AJ Dillon to play. Okay, who else does your opponent have left? Or are they done for the rest of the day? Speaking of which, I need to check my fantasy team in my league. I know in the other league it's bad. Oh man, look at that. Tony Potter's got me negative points right now. This is disgraceful here. I actually need him to perform at least halfway decent. Otherwise, it'll all come down to Christian Watson for me. Tough, tough, tough. But yeah, I'm gonna need Tony Pollard to maybe fall in the end zone, fall forward a couple times here. Right, gives it to Turpin on the end around, and he's going to probably be about a yard shy of that 1st down marker. right, so we got a quarterback sneak here. Dak Prescott picks up 2 yards and the first down. All right, so we got 1st and 10. Shotgun formation from his own 34-yard line. Feeds it to the back here. And he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the play. And that was Rico Dowdle with the carry, his first carry of the game. Prescott bootlegging, gets the completion there to Brandon Cooks. All right, so we need to see more of that here. All right, so we got 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. From his own 45-yard line in the pocket, throws it and gets the completion there to Tony Pollard. That's going to be a pickup of about 3 yards on the play. He's got 2 catches for about 2 yards. Second and 7, toss it to Tony Pollard, and Pollard is going to lose a yard on the play. Yeah, this is not going to go JB's way today, I see. All right, so we got 3rd and 7 here. All right, let's see. Shotgun. Dak throws it, gets the completion there to his tight end, and look at Jake take it all the way to the 32-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers. Okay. Dak throws it, gets the completion there to the back. Okay. Let's see, RC says, Dallas ain't ready for the big leagues. LOL. 8 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the second quarter of play. Against San Francisco leading right now 14-0 here. But Dallas putting together so far their best drive of the night here. Some dinking and dunking there, but also had that big play earlier to Jake Ferguson for 20 yards. So let's see 2nd and 10. From the 49ers 32-yard line. Prescott feeling pressure, throws it, gets it to CeeDee Lamb. And he's trying to fight forward. They're going to pick up 6 yards in the play. He's now got 2 catches for 14 yards in this one. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 4 from the San Francisco 26. So if your Dallas here, very important you come away with some points here. Extremely important you come away with some points. All right, so 3rd and 4. Dak takes the snap, throws it up there, and oh my, he catches Devontae Turpin for the touchdown there. How about that? Wow. And so Lewis says, come on, San Fran. How about that? 11 plays, 78 yards, 5 minutes and 31 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock on that drive, and a touchdown. Big time play. Big time play. Les Yarchi says, JB, I don't know why y'all re-signed D'Lo. He was so glad we shipped him away from the Timberwolves. And so, hey, JB don't make decisions there, but I just hope that it works out. I just hope that it works out. That's all JB can say. But touchdown Cowboys, did the extra point. Now we got a 14-7 game here in the second quarter with 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go. So, Lewis, you may want to cover your eyes here from that one. That's that's tough. I get it. All right, so we'll see what the 49ers can do when we get back out there. And again, we are here at commercial. But when we come back, a bit of Dallas Cowboys kicking things off. Again, second quarter with 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go before we reach halftime. All right, let's see how the poll is looking currently. So 37 votes in and 54% say the 49ers will win this. 46% say it'll be the Cowboys. So make sure if you have not already that you go ahead and cast your vote and let us know who you got winning this one. All right, kickoff on the way. All right, so we got 1st and 10 here by the San Francisco 49ers. Shotgun formation. You've got 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen, 2 tight ends, 1 back. Purdy looking, throws it, and it's caught by Brandon Ayuk, and he takes it to the 40-yard line, picked up 15 yards on the play. He's got 3 catches for 35 yards. First and 10. Feeds it again to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey here picks up another 6 yards here. Under 7 minutes to go here before the half. All right, 2nd and 4. Got a fullback and McCaffrey in the backfield. Debo goes in motion. Play fake. Purdy throws it, taking a deep shot to nobody in particular, looks like. Incomplete. 3rd down coming up. They say Brandon Ayuk was the closest receiver. All right, looking at that line there. Yep, just outside the box there. So, okay. Purdy throws it and, ooh, incomplete. Christian McCaffrey there took a hit on the play, and that's going to draw a penalty. You cannot touch Christian McCaffrey like that. Oh, no, they're going to throw a flag on that one. So there's a penalty here, just waiting for the officials to make the call. All right, so unnecessary roughness is the call here. So that's going to be 15 yards enforced on the play. Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, they're going to call that 10 out of 10 times. And again, we are here in the 2nd quarter, 6 minutes and 11 seconds right now. And so 14-7 is the score. San Francisco 49ers with the lead and the football right now, facing 1st and 10 after the penalty. Again, Dallas has had 5 penalties against them. San Francisco just 1. Jennings goes in motion. They toss it right now to C-Mac. C-Mac looking for some room. Not going to find it there. Brought down with authority. It's not every day I see somebody get Chris McCaffrey in the backfield. But he lost 2 yards there on the play. Vander Esch with the tackle there for a loss. So we got 39 votes in. All right, so out of the shotgun formation here, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap. Dallas bringing pressure. It's a screen play for Christian McCaffrey. This could be dangerous here. And so making guys miss, following his blockers all the way to that 21-yard line. And that is where San Francisco will have it here with the 1st down. So he picked up 19 yards on the play. Excellent call, because that time Dallas was bringing the pressure and they just wanted to get back there. So excellent job. All right, now Purdy's up under center. Multiple tight ends on the play. Feeds it to Mason, and Mason picks up 8 yards on the play. He's got 3 carries for 17 yards in this one. Phoenix says hit that like button, and so yes, appreciate that. Phoenix says hit the like button. So when Phoenix says it, we do it. So make sure you guys press that like button. Appreciate that, Phoenix. But again, Mason right up the middle. The great blocking by the San Francisco 49ers on that play as well. That hole, I mean, I probably could have gained maybe 4 yards on the play to be realistic, but that was a tremendous hole. Shotgun formation here. Takes it out of the shotgun, feeds it to the back, and Mason's going to pick up another 4 yards and a first down in the process. He's got 4 carries for 21 yards so far in this one. Now we got first and goal, ball at the Dallas 10-yard line. Again, so far on this drive, 7 plays, 65 yards in under 4 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. That's how you like to move the ball here, but they're thinking they want to come away with 7 points. Again, just 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here before the half. First and goal. Lined up in a shotgun. Purdy throws it. Gets the completion, and Debo's going to be a yard shy of getting to that end zone. He wanted to get there so badly, but unable to do it. That's going to make it second and goal from the 1-yard line. So we're 1 yard away. I think you guys know what this means. It's probably time for Christian McCaffrey to get that carry. All right, second and goal. Debo goes in motion. Feeds it to Christian McCaffrey. I think it's a touchdown. The referee agrees. That will be a touchdown, San Francisco. Lewis says, oh, man. Lewis is not liking this one bit. But that's a touchdown. 9 plays, 75 yards, over 5 minutes taken off the clock on that drive there. And San Francisco just punted into the end zone there, and they're up 20-7. Now, there is a penalty. It looks like they're going to call unnecessary roughness there against Curse. Yep, that's what they're going to call. But huge touchdown there for the 49ers. And look at that. Christian McCaffrey using his strength there to get the touchdown. He says, why just stick the ball across when I can also put myself across the end zone as well? He's got 12 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown. Oh, look at that. They got the guy who, oh, man. All right, so now we're getting ready for the extra point attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. So the extra point is good. So the score right now, 21-7. San Francisco over Dallas, but there's still 2 minutes and 36 seconds here before we reach halftime. So Dallas can run his 2-minute offense. You got all 3 timeouts. Got the 2-minute mark to also stop the clock here. So let's see what Dallas does here before the half. But yeah, Lewis, I mean, 21-7 right now. How are we feeling right now? Are we still feeling confident in the under? And again, we are still right now at the commercial right now, in which San Francisco was responsible for that touchdown, and they're up 21-7. But we're going to see if Dallas can try to score before the half. Lewis says to keep it a buck, it might go over 50. I mean, if Dallas can come out here and get something here before the half, that last touchdown, if they can repeatedly, consistently move the ball like that, then yeah. So it's going to come out of Dallas. It's going to come out of Dallas really as to whether or not. But it's looking like it may just end up being an over kind of game, though. Lewis says, if you lose, you hope San Francisco wins. You said that's the only way that you'll accept the loss there is if it's San Francisco that wins. Yep, and JB is going to have some decisions here with my pickings for sure. All right, so getting ready for the kickoff here. Moody kicks it off. Let's see if we get a return. This one looking like it could go out of bounds there. All right, we're going to get a return and all right, so 15 yards on the return. That's going to take it to the Dallas 34-yard line. So a short kick there. And let's see how Dallas operates here at 2 minutes and 32 seconds. Here, the objective is obviously you want to score, but in the perfect world, if you can help it and you're a Cowboys fan, you would love to score and leave them no time to really do anything as well. From his own 34-yard line, Prescott takes the snap, throws it, gets the completion, and that's going to be Ferguson. He's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. They're hurrying up here. Dak's got him to cradle the baby here on this next play. Looks like Dak had to tape up his fingers on the sideline earlier. Throws it and incomplete. Intended for Tony Pollard on the play. Incomplete. Third down coming up. 3rd and 5. All right, so on 3rd and 5, shotgun formation here. From their own 39-yard line, Prescott in the pocket, throws it short, goes to his tight end, but he's met with 2 linebackers there on the play, so he goes down immediately. Picks up 3 yards in the process with 4th downs coming up, and we're at the 2-minute warning here. So when we come back, it'll be 4th and 2 from the Dallas 42-yard line. They trail right now 21-7. So they punt the ball. We'll see San Francisco run their 2-minute offense. And again, we are at the commercial, thanks to it being the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. San Francisco leading 21-7. Let's see, 43 votes, and San Francisco still leading the poll and leading the game right now. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, if you guys obviously we're at the commercial right now, so just talking, but man, how did you guys feel about college football with a lot of the crazy endings that we saw to a lot of those games? I feel like if you're a college football fan, you enjoyed yesterday, unless of course your team was on the wrong end of the scoreboard, but you enjoyed it as just a fan of college football yesterday because there was a lot of crazy games. Like I literally was watching the USC Arizona game up until around the time it got to overtime. It just got too late for JB then. But man, crazy finishes there. The Hurricanes, they basically botched a victory. Mario Cristobal messed them up on that one. There was a lot of crazy endings to a lot of those college football games yesterday. All right, so Dallas is lined up for the punt. Punt's on the way. Catches it from his own 5-yard line. Tiptoeing on the sideline before he officially goes out about the San Francisco 18-yard line. 12 yards in that return by Ray McLeod. He's averaging about 9 yards a return. Let's see, Lewis says, by crazy endings, you mean Miami? Miami's ending was just pure stupidity. That's why you go out there and you take the knee. It makes no sense there. I mean, you lost to Georgia Tech. I hope you can look yourself in the mirror, Hurricanes, because that was on the coaching staff. I mean, you can say all about we teach ball protection, all you want. That's on the coaching staff. Don't put him in a position to do that. That's why you go out there and take a knee. I mean, that was embarrassing. I felt embarrassed for them. All right, they're going to hand the ball here to Debo up the middle, and Debo's going to pick up 8 yards on the play. And again, the whole Debo and Christian McCaffrey combo out the backfield, a tough one for these Cowboys to stop. And I imagine in the second half, those holes will start to feel a little bit bigger if this defense remains on the field for way too long. 2nd and 2. Oh, we're going to stop the play here. And there's a timeout called by San Francisco. But yeah, I mean, that was insane, Lewis. That was insane. But there's a lot of crazy endings to some of those games. I mean, just wild finishes. All right, but we got a minute and 11 seconds left to go here before halftime. And right now, San Francisco leading 21-7 here. In a very pivotal game, because I guarantee you, towards the end of the season, JB expects both of these teams to be in the playoffs. Come into the season, this is the kind of game that you're going to look back on when it comes to stuff like seeding, possibly the difference between being at home or not on the road. You never know. They feed it to McCaffrey, and he's met by a linebacker there. He's not going anywhere on this play. 3rd down coming up. There's about a minute and 2 seconds left to go here in the second. This time, Dallas called the timeout. I like it. The confidence in the Dallas Cowboys call a timeout here. Say, hey, we're going to stop them on 3rd and short. and get the ball back. Okay. All right, let's see if the defense can come up big here. Lewis says the dogs. And so, hey, I mean, they went out there, they looked inspired, right? They actually played, I mean, we already know the type of team that they are, but they actually went out there and said, we're not going to play around this time. We're going to take care of business. All right, 3rd and 2. Brock's looking, throws it to Brandon Ayuk, and that's going to be incomplete there. He tried to catch the low one there. Great job in coverage there. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. And so now Dallas will get another opportunity here with a minute left to go to try to go down there and see if they can run their minute offense. You got 2 timeouts and you got a minute to work with. At least try to come away with at the minimum a field goal, but you're aiming for a touchdown if possible. Punts on the way. Catches it from his own 16. Takes it to about the 25-yard line. That's where the Dallas Cowboys will take over with 50 seconds here before we reach halftime. So just 50 seconds keeping us away from halftime. But yeah, Lewis says he's all about supporting them dogs. That's for sure. But while we're currently awaiting to return back to action here, what game stood out to you guys today for the NFL? And any answer is the right answer. Just don't mention the Patriots game. We already know. So let's move on from that. Let's see. Ola says, just think JB Pats could be worse. They could have traded so many picks and gave them all that money for Wilson, or traded DJ Moore and all those picks for a quarterback to go 0-5, maybe 0-17, and not have a first pick. And so, absolutely, absolutely. And so, Nisa, what's good with you? How are you doing? And you say Dak is holding back the Cowboys. You say, too bad Jerry Jones is all ego and zero brains. You guess Cowboy fans going to just have to wait till the old geezer croaks. And so, ouch, harsh way to put it, but I got what you mean there. I got exactly what you mean there. And so, earlier I said I thought the 49ers were going to go to the Super Bowl. And the reason for that is I just when it matters the most for Dak Prescott, I think Dak can get you to an NFC Championship game. I feel like he can. But once you get to an NFC Championship game, you have to have a guy that's that guy. You got to have a guy that's a winner. I mean, that's where it comes into play. The team can get you there. Now there have been exceptions because believe me, Trent Dilfer's walking around with a Super Bowl ring and he is not that guy. But in today's day and age, you got to have a guy that's that guy, or at least someone who can look like that guy temporarily. And so, but Dak Prescott, I mean, I want to root for him. I do want to root for him. And last year, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt in that game. But against the Eagles, it was a real eye-opener. If not now, then when? If not now, then when? And so, but these are the games where you got to show up. These are the games that you got to show up. Because the difference when the Cowboys play a team like the Eagles, like the 49ers in the playoffs, particularly those two teams in the NFC, is going to come down to Dak being able to go out there and throw for about 250 to 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and make the first downs when they matter the most. Now, Dak, he's going to air it out there. He wants to prove JB wrong, but it's incomplete. Incomplete. Would have been a tremendous play there to Brandon Cooks. And I'm so used to watching Brandon Cooks and his offense just run the short and intermediate stuff. Refreshing to see him take a deep shot. Lewis says, Dogs versus New England. There's a reason we don't play that game, Lewis. We'll leave it at that. There's a reason we don't play that game. But yeah, incompletion there. 2nd and 10 coming up. RC said, you just can't believe in them, and that's facts. And so, well, Stephen A will tell you. He will tell you they will let you down. But I actually wanted to see them do good last year. I really did want to see them get that victory, but it just, I mean, we've seen the same story. I mean, he's got to be able to elevate, got to be able to elevate when it matters the most. There's an injured 49ers player on the field right now and hoping that he is okay. Trying to see what jersey number he is. Looks like 95. All right, so it's 95 there, the injured player. They've assisted him to his feet. Let's see, RC says JB, and that's factual. And so JB will not argue against that at all. At all. At all. Because it comes down to, in the big games, like don't get me wrong. I've been studying Dak Prescott the last couple of years here for fantasy football purposes, and I know the difference between Dak Prescott going against a team that has just 4 wins on the season late in the year, getting hot, lighting it up, making his stats look good, and then a meaningful game that's super close, and then it's like, man, what are you waiting on? Do it now. Dak, on the move, brought down there, lost a yard on the play. 3rd down coming up. And so now it looks like, I mean, they still had 2 timeouts here. It's just a matter of if you believe you can get this 1st down or not. Lewis is saying Lance time. Oh, man. This is why they don't have you on the sideline, Lewis, for this very reason. You'll be in the coach's ear saying Lance time. Lance time. The entire time. But yeah, they let it run all the way to halftime there. They seen enough in the 1st half. They said, let's just go ahead and recuperate. Let's get to the locker room. So I can't blame them. I can't blame them. RC says trade glance because we're ready to take a glance at him on the field. And so, I mean, I can't do it to Cowboys fans there. I just can't do it. I can't condone it. If it ever came down to it, you're better off seriously putting in Cooper Rush than you are probably right now with Trey Lance. Unless Trey just wasn't Trey in the Bay like we thought. He's just a different person outside of there. Who knows? But man. But yeah, we are currently right now at halftime here in San Francisco, leading 21-7 over the Dallas Cowboys. Brock Purdy currently 9 of 15 for 133 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, while Dak Prescott is 10 of 16 for 85 yards passing and a touchdown. Now, rushing-wise, you have Christian McCaffrey, 13 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown. Dallas defense is making him work for it. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, Tony Pollard, he's got 4 carries, 8 yards, and a fumble, absolutely destroying JB's fantasy team, but that's an entirely different scenario right there. Jake Ferguson, he's got 3 catches for 28 yards, and he's the leading receiver right now for the Dallas Cowboys, well, tight end for the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, their tight end is their leader as well. George Kittle, 2 catches, 57 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So if you took the over on George Kittle for touchdowns, you're feeling pretty good right now. If he's on your fantasy team, you're feeling even great right now. I mean, wow. Wow. And so, Alma Luna, what's good with you? What's good with you? How are you doing? How are you doing? Let's see. RC says, JB, this is not the Sunday night football game you wanted, LOL. And so, well, let's hold off on that now. JB's about to do his pick'ems now, and so JB likes a game where I can see how this is gonna finish and stuff like that. So it's just about, can I see this, like envision the script from start to finish now? And so JB's gonna test the waters here. JB will test the waters here. All right, so again, JB's just going through his pickings right now. But I mean, I don't think that this is the game. I mean, it's still 21-7. Cowboys can easily crank it up, could happen. Let's see, Lewis says, Alma saludos. So we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. What we do know is that San Francisco, they're looking pretty good. They are looking pretty good. So JB just needs to make sure that he does not mess this one up here. I can make a case for that. I could. Yeah, let's do that. Lewis says, RC, this is the game that you wanted, the Niners winning. And so me and Lewis may have alternative motives for our outcome that we want right now. So, and it's playing sort of into that right now. Absolutely. All right. So yeah, we're going to see how this plays out here. All right, let's see. All right, so JB's just getting his pick'ems ready here for the second half. JB's got to come in the clutch here. All right, so JB is going to shoot. JB's got some big decisions here, no doubt about that. All right, so I guess I'll just put my faith in that. All right, JB's locked in and loaded. All right, but just let's see, looking at a couple of the games from earlier today. I mean, there were some interesting games earlier today. I mean, how about the fact that the Jets put up 31 points against the Broncos and beat the Broncos? I mean, on the road at that. So, and then you had the Chiefs beat the Minnesota Vikings. The Eagles defeated the Rams. Cincinnati beat Arizona as well in that matchup. And then the Dolphins beat the Giants. And the Dolphins just like a track show. Every time you see the Miami Dolphins, they look like a track show. I mean, they just got so much speed. I mean, it's just. But it seemed like every time they were about to put the Giants away early, like Tua would just throw an interception, or somebody would do a costly mistake, and you're just looking like you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. Things were going your way. You didn't have to do that. A big concern that I do have is for Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis. I feel like every game that this man is suited up for, he has pretty much gotten injured in. So that for me is like, I'm just sitting here like, what's going on? Because Anthony Richardson, I mean, I know he's had, the concussion, he's got the shoulder thing. I mean, he's got quite a few injuries. All right, but with 47 votes right now, San Francisco leading the poll here. 55% believe in the San Francisco 49ers. 45% believe in the Dallas Cowboys to come back in this one. And so we're here at the half. But when we get back to the second half, we're going to see how things work. I mean, for San Francisco, George Kittle, he brought the pizzazz out there in that first half. Every catch he made was a touchdown. That's how you dream about it happening, every catch being a touchdown there. He's already got 57 yards receiving. Christian McCaffrey, he's got 13 carries, 35 yards. So not quite the performance that we've seen so far this season, but still pretty good there, especially capping off in the end zone there. And, of course, Brock Purdy, the guy that they say is the dark horse MVP potentially. They say it, y'all, not JB. They say it. JB's just relating what they say. But 9 of 15 for 133 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. What I can say is that my man is consistent. And so, Magic Man, what's good with you? And you say good evening, cheers. And so, hey, shout out to, your Dolphins and stuff like that, putting in work. And I know that you're also ready for your Packers tomorrow, in which we will be streaming that game tomorrow, Monday Night Football, between the Packers and the Raiders. So do make sure that you have your notification bells set, because I do typically set up my streams. Usually I set them up about Wednesday, sometimes Thursday, early Thursday, so that when you guys can see in advance my schedule for my streaming. But absolutely glad to have you here. All I can say is that I'm glad I was not a Giants defender today, because there was a lot of running that you would have had to do, because those guys are super fast. It should almost be like a rule that you can't have that many fast guys on one team. It's just not fair. Let's see. Magic Man says, oh, yeah, Dolphins back on track. You say fins up. And so, fins were up. But you know who was down? I am highly concerned about Buffalo. If you guys probably noticed, whenever we're talking about our Super Bowl projections, I did not include Buffalo for one or two reasons. One is when they get in the playoffs in a big-time matchup against a team like Kansas City, typically they fall short, or even maybe Cincinnati in the past and stuff like that. But their defense always seems to have the worst luck when it comes to injuries for Buffalo. At the beginning of the season, great defense. But as the season goes on, Buffalo tends to get the most devastating injuries on defense. And so it just takes a toll at some point. And so at some point, Josh Allen's going to feel like he has to be Superman, has to go out there, make all the plays. And I'm talking about later in the year. And then that's when Buffalo's going to end up messing up due to that. So they ended up losing to Jacksonville as well. And so not a good look. Not a good look. But to be fair, Jacksonville was already down there in London. They were already, preparing from last week. So, but still, just not good luck. Let's see. You say you saw the Jags look better against Buffalo than Miami did. Yikes. And so, I mean, honestly, I sort of, when I was doing my pick'ems, I was strongly thinking about choosing Jacksonville, because I remember the last time the Jaguars and the Bills played the year before, and they completely put a chokehold on that Buffalo's offense last time that they stepped on the field against them. Remember, Josh Allen had all those sacks against Josh Allen. That's right, the Jaguars have their own Josh Allen. So I was thinking about that, and I was like, this Jaguar team, they're sort of built to play well against Buffalo. But it wasn't exactly how I thought it was going to be, but Jacksonville still found a way to get the W, and that's all that matters. And so I believe they won 25-20. Lewis says he's still rocking with the San Francisco Buffalo projection. Okay, I see you. I see you. Okay. I mean, right now, the AFC, it's tough to tell, because I look at that Kansas City team, and it's like I was telling Mr. JB earlier today. I mean, a couple years ago, we remember the Chiefs with Tyreek a couple years ago. They were able to win the Super Bowl without him, but it's like I was explaining, sometimes when the iceberg is melting, you don't see it immediately, because you have a guy like Patrick Mahomes that's in his prime, and he can make up for a lot of those things. But at the same time, you still got to have receivers that are decent in the big game. And right now, I'm looking at the Chiefs receivers and how their lack of production is right now. It's all going to be on Travis Kelce, all the tight ends and stuff like that. The guys that you don't think about, like Justin Watson, they got to come in, make about 3 catches, 40-something yards, 39 yards. Then the backs at the backfield got to utilize them, in which Mahomes can do it because he's just that guy. But when you find yourself in a situation against a team that's red hot in December and you need to go blow for blow with them, that's going to be a tough task to overcome this year for Kansas City with the receivers playing at this particular level. They really thought that Kadarius Toney could turn over a new leaf. And so The only leaf he's turning over, I'm pretty sure, is the one you can smoke. That's it. He's not doing it on the field. Let's see. Magic Man says, after today, anyone who plays against the Chiefs apparently have to beat the refs too. I mean, they're always going to be a tough out. Don't get me wrong. They're always going to be a tough out, Kansas City, because it's hard to knock out the champion. You know, it's just hard to knock out the champion, but it can be done. This year's team, it can be done. Absolutely. But right now, I mean, looking at the AFC, how do you even assess the AFC? All I know is that there's a lot of great teams, and there's a lot of football to be played, and it's going to come down to who's playing their best football towards the end of the year in terms of who's going to win. Because there's quite a few teams that you probably can throw out there, but it comes down to who's playing their best football. How long before we get to see the Cowboys and the Eagles play? If anybody knows off the top of their head, how long before the Cowboys face the Eagles? I am highly anticipating that matchup. As we get ready for the third quarter to get ready to get on the way here. All right, 49ers kick things off. Going to return it. He bobbled it a couple times there, but held possession of it. Nice spin move there, and just brought down at about the 29-yard line. So an eventful return there for 22 yards. That was Rico on the return. All right, so we got 2nd and 5 right now. I'm sorry, 1st on and 10 coming up here. See Mike McCarthy there for the interview. Prescott up under center, multiple tight ends here, 2 receivers, and a back who gets the ball here. And Tony Pollard finally getting some positive yards here for JB's fantasy team. He needs more of it. 2nd down coming up here. Ooh, man, looking at that play on the sideline there. All right, so Dak play fake, steps up, avoids the rush, throws it, and he has CeeDee Lamb, and he takes it all the way to the 36-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers, and CeeDee looks into the sideline, says, I'm here. He says, I'm here. Okay, bet. Let's see. Magic Man says, nobody wants to see Buffalo lose a 5th Super Bowl, LOL. Shots fired. Shots fired. And he says, after today, anyone who plays against the Chiefs apparently has beat the Joe. And you say, week 9 is when Dallas and Philly plays. Okay, bet. Appreciate that. Meanwhile, Tony Pollard on the carry, and he goes down. Slips on the play. So he lost a yard there, and Nick Bosa was there on the tackle. He's got 6 carries for 12 yards so far. All right, we got 2nd and 11 coming up. Prescott up under center. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, 1 back. And Prescott throws it there to the back, and Tony Pollard's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. 3rd down coming up. All right, so they're going to line up in the shotgun. Again, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. And they're currently right now at the 31-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers. They trail 21-7. They take the snap out of the shotgun. Going to feed it to the back. And the back's going to get back to the line of scrimmage here. But that's it. So 4th down coming up. So that's the play that they choose to call when you know it's 3rd down. And you got to move the chains. You got to move the chains, baby. You're down 21-7 right now. Like you got to get in there. Try to get that 1st down. Let's see. Magic Man says he'll be back around. Bet. And so, But big time play there by the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, so we got the 50-yard field goal attempt is up, and the kick is good. That is money right there. That's going to make it 21-10. San Francisco leading this one by 11. And so Lewis is like, all right, he'll take that stand there, but he's not happy about the 3 points, but he'll take it. Again, just to recap for Dallas, Dak Prescott 12 of 18 for 121 yards passing and a touchdown in this one. Tony Pollard so far 6 carries, 12 yards. Got to try to get him going there. Just continue to get him carries, and not just because we're trying to help JB's fantasy team, but still continue to get him carries. CD Lamb, 3 catches, 43 yards. Would like to see Dak continue to get the ball into his hands. And again, 50 votes in, 58% believe in the 49ers, 42% believe in the Cowboys here. All right, so we'll see how San Francisco looks here for the first time in the second half. And if there's one thing about the 49ers, they love to display a tremendous amount of balance out there. So I feel like they'll do a good job of continuing to mix it up here. You know, like they'll give Christian McCaffrey his carries. Deebo Samuel will get a couple carries here and there. Brock Purdy, you know, he does a great job of spreading the football around. Great job. So there's just so many ways that they can beat you. So the Cowboys will have to come out here, find a way to shut this offense down, and go from there. All right, kickoff on the way. No return, so they'll take over from their own 25-yard line. All right, so we got 1st and 10, shotgun formation here. Quarterback goes in motion. Up, we have some movement here. And they're going to call Trent Williams for the false start. Backs him up 5 yards. Now we got 1st and 15 for the 49ers from their own 20-yard line. Again, San Francisco leading right now 21-10 here in the third quarter with 11 minutes and 53 seconds to go in the third. All right, out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Throws it over the middle. Oh, what a throw right there. I mean, threw it over the linebacker there, who, again, linebacker, if he had more ups, he might have been able to get to that. But perfect throw there by Brock Purdy, and that was a Purdy pass. Picked up 23 yards and taken to the San Francisco 49ers 43-yard line. Again, Brandon Ayuk, he's got 4 catches for 58 yards so far tonight. Right, multiple tight ends here. Got a fullback in the backfield. One receiver. Purdy up under center. Toss it to Christian McCaffrey. Everybody in the building who was going to be a run play. And C-Mac picks up 4 yards up the middle. 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Lewis wants a punt. He says just punt it just because it's the right thing to do for him. He says just punt it. Second and 6. Kittle goes in motion. Tosses to Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be met by a couple Dallas Cowboys defenders. Picks up 2 yards on the play. Now, there is an injured player down for Dallas, it looks like. All right, so medical staff is looking over at him. Again, we're here in the third quarter with 10 minutes and 15 seconds to go. San Francisco up 21-10. All right, so he's able to walk off on his own power. That's great. Jordan Lewis in his 7th season in the NFL. So we got 3rd and 4 coming up. All right, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Purdy looking, throws it, and oh, look at that to Brandon Ayuk. That was a beautiful pass, beautiful play, and a first down, taking it inside the 10. And we see this man do it routinely over and over again. But wait a minute, hold up 1 second here. Lewis, did you just offer the referee some cash? Did you just cash at him? Oh, man, an offensive holding call is going to bring back this play. Wow. Lewis, somehow I feel like you played a role in that. Again, it was a wonderful pass there. What could have been? All right, so 3rd and 14 here. Lewis and his flags. Purdy launching again, and this time he says, I'll throw it to Deebo. And Deebo says, I know what to do, and takes it about 43 yards to the Dallas 18-yard line. He says, I'm going to get my yards one way or another. Man, I mean, Brock Purdy, the way he throws the ball, it just comes out like no other, like as if it's just a machine that just shoots out like baseballs and stuff like that. It's just Purdy to watch. Excellent job. I try to make those throws myself on Madden, but somehow that linebacker would have caught it even though he wasn't looking on Madden. Throws it. Gets the completion there to the fullback. We got fullbacks running across the middle and stuff like that. San Francisco just does it all. Lewis says, never mind, it was the yellow line. Lewis. Perhaps one shot too many today. And again, we're here in the third quarter with about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And right now, this San Francisco offense, they are in a groove right now. 2nd and 3 coming up. And so I'm pretty sure that this means either C-Mac or Deebo Samuel out the backfield. But let's see what they do. Matter of fact, they're both back there. Takes out the shotgun, feeds it to Deebo, and Deebo's going to pick up a yard on the carry. 3rd and 2 coming up. All right, so it's third down here, and if you're Dallas, you really, really prefer to hold them to a field goal as opposed to a touchdown. Now, referees are having to separate players here, which I expect. And, like a highly contested game like this, I expect that. All right, so on 3rd and 2 for San Francisco, can Dallas defense get a stand here, or will San Francisco get the first, or who knows what? Fullback goes in motion, play fake, Purdy has time, throws it up there, and it's caught for a touchdown. George Kittle. Forget Curious George. This is touchdown George. My goodness. Kittle, 3 catches, 67 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wow. The only people that's feeling more sicker right now than the Dallas defense has to be the people in fantasy football that did not start this man today. Yeah, I'd be feeling sick if that was the case. But man, just look at that. Look at that Purdy pass right there. I mean, he makes it look easy. The defense was lost. They were lost. Extra point is up. Extra point is good. Wow. And so Brock Purdy, he's 13 of 19 for 216 yards, 3 touchdowns here. I mean, at some point, we got to give this kid credit and stuff like that. He's out here balling. And George Kittle, give him his credit too. Give him his due. Give him his due. He says, all I do is catch touchdowns. Everybody else can do whatever they want. But when it comes to touchdowns, he's the man today. Wow. All right, so right now, JB's Pick'ems is looking fairly good right now. 28-10. So let's see what the Cowboys do here. And Lewis is like, his under is dead. Not quite, but it's just a matter of time at this point, Lewis. It's just a matter of time at this point. All right, but this is going to be important right now for the Dallas Cowboys. You pretty much got to come out here and you got to respond. I mean, if you come out here and you go 3 and out, or you just come away with nothing, that's going to be a bad look. Again, we're here in the 3rd quarter, 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go with San Francisco up 28-10. We've got 51 votes right now in the poll. San Francisco leading that poll, 57% believing in the 49ers. 43% is just being hopeful at this point that Dallas can somehow get hot. And they're going to have to. They're down 18 points right now. This is dangerous territory against the San Francisco 49ers squad right now. So can they come back? If you believe the Dallas Cowboys can come back and you want to go ahead and put that in the chat, let JB know. Let JB know. But if anybody wants to say it with their chest right now, because, hey, if you say it now and you're right, we'll all know that you knew. All right, kickoff on the way. And there will be a return. And he's brought down at about the 21-yard line. That's where the Dallas Cowboys will take over here offensively here in the 3rd quarter with 7 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Still plenty of football here, but man, you're a Cowboy, you got to make it do what it do. Lewis says, no way. No way. All right, so JB has quite a few things that he needs to happen here for the rest of this game for my pick'ems here. All right, from their own 21-yard line, Dak Prescott in the shotgun. Dak throws, gets the completion there. CD Lamb, continue to feed CD Lamb. Better yet, continue to run Tony Pollard. JB needs the fantasy points. Think about JB. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third. From the shotgun, from their own 22-yard line. Gives it to Tony Pollard on the draw, and Tony Pollard's able to pick up 10 yards on the carry. Okay. Okay, takes it to the Dallas 37-yard line. JB likes that. JB says, let's keep doing it. Let's keep doing it. At some point, you just go out there and say, we're just going to go out there and run our offense and stuff like that. Take it one score at a time. Go down there and first score. Prescott up under center. Play fake. Prescott taking a deep shot. And he threw an interception. He threw an interception. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That was, I mean, he was off on that one. He was off on that one. And Dak's stunned. He can't believe it. I mean, at some point, we got to look at the man in the mirror, Dak. At some point, I mean, you can't hit Gallup deep. You can't hit Cook. What's going on? Oh, man, Dak. Threw it right to him. I mean, he gift wrapped it to him. And Gibson said, I'll gladly take that. So Dallas turns it over here. Lewis says, Lance time. You know, if things keep going like this, we might just get what you're looking for. We might just get what you're looking for. You know Jerry Jones, he's a businessman, you know, so if things are starting to get out of hand, he might just put in Lance midway through the fourth quarter just to keep people in the stands, so they can continue to spend their money. He might just give you what you're looking for, Lewis. You never know. All right, meanwhile, JB's going to check on the health of his fantasy team right now. And okay, things are looking a little bit better. Just got to continue to keep running Tony Pollard here. So I need San Francisco to continue to score. I mean, no offense, Cowboy fans. Best of luck, moving forward. But it looks like San Francisco right now. So let San Francisco just continue to go out there, make it do what it do, and then let the Cowboys just give up and then just keep running Tony Pollard. But now we've got 6 minutes to go left in the third quarter. San Francisco just got the football back here. And so you already know what that means. Christian McCaffrey, he's about to go to work, but he's not alone. I mean, these 49ers, they stay loaded. How would you guys rank Dak Prescott in terms of just of the 32 quarterbacks? Where would you rank Dak Prescott as a quarterback compared to every other quarterback? Now, we've seen some pretty bad quarterbacks, and we know some pretty bad quarterbacks. We're going to be kind to JB and not mention JB's quarterback, but there are some bad quarterbacks out there. But where do we rank Dak Prescott amongst all the quarterbacks in the NFL? Go ahead and drop your answers in the chat. If you have a range, let me know that range as well, where you got Dak Prescott ranked amongst other quarterbacks. But yeah, last time out there, it was the Brock Purdy show, and he went out there and he delivered. Throw a penalty on him for a deep play. He said, all right, I'll do it again to someone else. All right, so Lewis says 20th. And so, okay, 20th. Okay. Without me looking at like all the quarterbacks and stuff like that on paper, I think 20th is probably around where I probably would first initially think when I'm thinking about Dak Prescott. All right, 1st and 10. Gives it to Jordan Mason, and Mason fighting forward, protecting the ball with everything he's got there. Picks up about 8 yards on the carry. Now we got 2nd and short coming up. 2nd and 2 from the San Francisco 46-yard line. A lot of talking taking place here. All right, 2nd and 2. Look at the difference in time of possession. San Francisco dominating that. And if you listen to JB talk, you know JB's a big fan of controlling time of possession. Here they gave it to Jordan again on the carry. He picks up 4 yards up the middle. So JB likes that. Continue to milk that clock. You know, JB took 4 of the 5 unders. And so Brock is almost at his over. So just probably need about a good 11 more yards from him passing. All right, so fresh new set of downs here, 1st and 10. Lining up in the shotgun. Fullback goes in motion. Purdy throws it short, incomplete, and that time Jordan Mason just not on the same page right there as Brock Purdy. 2nd and 10 coming up. All right, shotgun formation, ball at midfield right now, 2nd and 10, takes the snap. Brock throws it short. Christian McCaffrey, he knows how to catch it, and he's going to be about 2 yards shy of that 1st down marker. Picked up 8 yards on the play. Again, Brock Purdy, 223 yards passing so far. 3rd down coming up. All right, another vote came in, I believe, for the Cowboys. Okay, I'm liking it. Cowboy faithful sticking with their team. I'm liking it. All right, 3rd and 2. All right, so shotgun here. Christian McCaffrey goes in motion. Can the Cowboys get a stop here? Brock looking. Brock throws it deep. And, oh, man, he's got Juwan Jennings all by himself. Picked up 19 yards on the play. And I am so glad I did not take the under on Juwan Jennings because it was very tempting to, but I did not do it. But that's going to be a 1st down there. So 1st and 10 for the San Francisco 49ers from the Dallas 23-yard line here. So Lewis, it feels like they need you to go in there and play defense and help them out right now if you're trying to protect this under right now, Lewis. You're sort of going to have to help the Cowboys out here. Purdy up under center. Again, we're at the 18-yard line of the Cowboys. They're going to feed it to Christian McCaffrey up the middle, and he's going to pick up 5 yards on the play. Taking it to, let's see, Dallas 18. So now we got 2nd and 5 coming up. Again, 6 plays, 44 yards on this drive, around 3 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock, which means that we're going to see a whole bunch of Christian McCaffrey moving forward, Jordan Mason also, especially with them being up right now. Maybe a little bit more of Deebo Samuel, but I expect not too much, at least once we get to the 4th quarter and stuff like that, because there's no need for it. But right now he is in the backfield, so 2nd and 5. Let's see if they give it to him here. And they do. And Deebo, out here, Deebo in the defense, picks up 4 yards on the play. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 1 from the Dallas 14-yard line. In this defense, they've been on the field a lot. You look at the difference in time of possession. JB says it over and over and over again. But time of possession, it matters. How long you're out there and stuff like that. That's when you see the difference between a 3-yard run become a 6-yard run and stuff like that. The defense starts to get tired because they're not getting a chance to rest. And the offensive line, the more they get to run block, the more stronger they'll continue to get as the game goes on. But we got 3rd and 1 right now. Brandon Ayuk goes in motion. They give it to Christian McCaffrey, and they tripped him up, but it looks like C-Mac fell on the first down marker there. So that's going to move the chains. And with every first down here, they're up by 18, but they're thinking about it. You know, San Francisco, they've got the formula, but man, look at the faces of the Dallas players on the sideline here. That tells you everything you need to know. And if you're Dallas right now, this is not how you wanted to see your team look right now. This was an opportunity to show the world, like, hey, we are legitimately that team that you saw week 1 with the defense dominating like that. This was an opportunity to go toe-to-toe with a powerhouse team in San Francisco, who you have a bad taste in your mouth from previous years, but this is not the way that you wanted it to go. Now, they did run the ball up the middle with Christian McCaffrey, again, another 3 yards there. Again, 18 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. So if they can run it maybe one more time, that could take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Again, if they opt to run it here, and assuming they don't score. But yeah, this Dallas defense, they are tired. Purdy up under center. Play fake, looking, throws it to the fullback, and the fullback, he wants a little touchdown too. And it takes everything that Dallas possesses to keep him out of the end zone there. I mean, I almost want to push the big man in myself. Love to see him get in there and get that action. All right. So that takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remaining. In San Francisco, when we start the 4th quarter, you can't start off no better than this. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. I mean, wow. This drive, 10 plays, 61 yards, over 6 minutes in terms of time possession. They're basically not just scoring. They're eating the clock as well. All right, with 1 quarter remaining, San Francisco already up by 18. All right, again, we're just waiting on the start of the 4th quarter here, with San Francisco already lined up at the goal line here, wanting to punch it in. And when you got a guy like Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel, you got some options. And not to mention George Kittle, he's already got 3 catches for 3 touchdowns. So if you think they're going to overcompensate for the run, maybe you go ahead and do a little play fake and throw it to George Kittle as well. You got some options. All right, here we go. 1st and goal. So San Francisco going to try to punch it in here. All right, Purdy up under center here. Everybody bunched in. You've got Christian McCaffrey at the back in the backfield. They're going to head to C-Mac, and C-Mac is going to get stacked, actually. So he's about half a yard away from the end zone that carry. Lewis, I'm sure you're in there playing. You're probably playing Mike linebacker right now, just in there trying to prevent his touchdown here. All right, let's see. Heavy formation, play fake, got his fullback. That's going to be a touchdown, San Francisco. So touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy does it again. 4 touchdowns. What can JB say? What can JB say? Give him the MVP. I mean, who else are we going to put above him right now for the MVP? So far, of course, in the season, of course. It's very premature, JB, to say, but still, it's impressive. It's impressive. 17 of 24, 252 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's orchestrating the offense beautifully. Staying within his zone. You know, you don't have to go out there and be like be like, oh, this is my team, I'm carrying them. No. Go out there and do your job and do it to the best of your ability. And that's what Brock Purdy does. Extra point is good. 35-10 right now is the score here in the fourth quarter with 14 minutes and 19 seconds to go. So unless Dallas has something in store for us that is going to forever make us remember them, whoo! Lewis says 45 so far, a push, no more points. Lewis says hashtag no more points. I guess that means you're about to go out there and play quarterback for the Cowboys, Lewis. But yes, we're going to see what the Dallas Cowboys can do here offensively. All right, so, but again, want to thank everybody for being a part of this stream here. You guys are the real MVP coming out here on a Sunday night and joining JB and members here. Appreciate you guys. And again, my next stream is going to be Monday Night Football between the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, Lewis, I know that hurts to talk about the Packers there. And the Las Vegas Raiders tomorrow, Monday Night Football. So, am looking forward to that one as well. But hey, there's no need to rush Monday, right? JB's off tomorrow, so JB is all smiles here, enjoying this game. Even though so far it's been pretty much San Francisco here, but we'll see what Dallas can do. Like, for example, they can just give Tony Pollard a couple more carries. That'll make JB very happy. But don't throw it to him at the backfield, though. Please don't do that. All right, so we still got 14 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Getting ready for the kickoff. All right, kickoff on the way. And up. Over there fumbling with the ball here, no return. And so that's kind of how this game has been so far for them. But Dak Prescott comes out here. And so let's see what he does here. He's going to have to try to score it and try to score it quickly. All right, shotgun formation here for the Cowboys. Takes the snap, looking, throws it over the middle, and oh, incomplete there. He was intended for CD Lamb. So now we got 2nd and 10. Oh, Micah Parsons, he is not happy right now on this sideline. And I can't blame him. The man's got pride. He's got expectations for himself and his teammates. Nothing wrong with that. All right, 2nd and 10. Throws it. Oh, is that going to be picked off? It is going to be picked off. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. This is just the kind of day where you just wake up and you just say, you know what? I'm just going to go to sleep and forget this ever happened. But, man, intercepted by Fred Warner, and that's why Fred Warner gets paid the big bucks. Lewis says, he said, Lance time. He said, I'll say it one more time, Lance time. Meanwhile, JB's going to check his fantasy. Tony Pollard. If I could just get Tony Pollard to just get me a little carry for maybe about a good 8-9 yards, just on the ground. On the ground. Don't mess with JB's pickings. Just do it on the ground. And then that should be suffice. Don't want to leave this down to Christian Watson to have to save the day for me. All right, but here we go. 1st and 10. San Francisco now with the football. You know what that means. They're going to run it. Jordan Mason off the left side. Jordan Mason taking it all the way. Talk about free Mason. Touchdown, San Francisco. Wow. My goodness, just like that. One play. Are they even trying? Did they put the backups in? What in the world? Lewis says, and there goes loss number 5, 20-5. And so, I mean, my goodness, just one play, 26 yards? Gee, I'm with Lewis now. Put in Trey Lance at this point, please. Entertain us. This one is a wrap. This is where you don't want to keep any of your stars, and I'm thinking about the defense. So you don't want to keep anybody out there, and then they get hurt and stuff like that, you know. And at this point, the game's already been decided. Speaking of hurt, somebody is on the sideline right now being looked at by the medical staff. Trying to see which player it is. It's Vander Esch. Well, she's had quite the game so far today. He ran into his own team. I saw what Trent Williams did that time. Pushed him into his own team. He said, here you go. But under 14 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. So we got a lot of time still technically here in this 4th quarter. But San Francisco's up 41-10. Things are all but decided out there. I really just want to see Dallas just come out here, hand it to Tony Pollard, just run it with Tony Pollard at this point. Brayden, what's good with you? You say the Cowboys getting destroyed is beautiful. So Braden's loving it. Braden's loving it. I'm sure that Braden just sat back today and laughed at quite a few teams. Lewis says San Fran money team rolling. Oh, yeah, they are rolling all right. They are rolling. But yeah, Braden, I just sent you a message, Braden. All right, so here we go. So it's good to see Vander Esch walking off on his own power. That's always great to see. All right, so we've got the field goal unit. Oh, sorry, extra point team coming out here for San Francisco. I was like, wait, field goal? But this is the PAT attempt coming up here for the 49ers. Let's see, Brady says, doing good, can't stay long. I'll see you tomorrow. And so I appreciate you for coming through, of course, and absolutely see you tomorrow and a chance for your Packers to redeem themselves on the stream on our primetime matchup. So looking forward to it. So the score right now, 42-10, San Francisco over Dallas. All right, so let's see what JB needs right now. Yeah, it would really just help if Tony Pollard just came out and just like they just let Tony Pollard run the ball. Just import any running back to run the ball. JB needs this clock to run. And that's a sign of someone who only has unders remaining. So just run the clock, please. All right, so here goes the special teams unit getting ready for the kickoff here. Once again for San Francisco, kickoff on the way. No return. So Dallas is going to take over once again for their own 25-yard line. Last time out there, Dak Prescott threw an interception, and quite frankly, Dak has not had like the deep ball has not been there for him. It's not been there for him tonight. But this is where you say, "Hey, we're just going to ignore the scoreboard right now. We're going to go out there and let's just do our thing. Let's just do our thing." So they're going to line up here in the shotgun formation. 1st and 10. Takes the snap, feeds it to Tony Pollard, and Tony Pollard picks up 7 yards on the carry. All right, 2nd and 3. And they run a screenplay to Tony Pollard, and Tony Pollard still running, picks up 26 yards, and that's going to kill JB's Pickens there. I took the receiving yards. Dang it. Why is he even still in the game? It's beyond me. But picked up 26 yards there. All right, from the 42-yard line of the San Francisco 49ers. Throws an interception. He threw an interception. Wow. Again. Wow. And he waits till after he messes up JB's Pickens to do that. Like he couldn't do that to play before. He waited till after to do this, Lewis. Like, why? Lewis says, you quit. You're no Cowboys fan anyways. Oh, man. Well, that does give my fantasy team the lead in my league, at the very least. Still 12 minutes and 50 seconds to go off the clock, which means we're going to need San Francisco to come out and get this clock running because this game's pretty much already been decided here. It's 42-10. It's just going through the formalities of running out this clock. Lewis says, run up the score. Lewis is feeling bitter, and I can't blame him. All right, so they've got Sam Darnold in the game now with 12 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Gonna feed it to the back here. And Mason picks up 6 yards on the carry. He's got 8 carries for 65 yards. Lewis says, oh, look, it did go over 50. Let's see, Lewis says, since Prescott broke his leg, you say he hasn't been the same? Dang, JB cannot believe this. So close once again. Dang it. Mason up the middle. Nice run there by Mason. Picks up 8 yards on the play. Eric says, well, he'll be damned. And so, well, I mean, this is where we're at right now in the game. Sam Darnold in there at quarterback. And they feed it to the back, and he's going to lose 4 yards on the play. Curse in on the tackle. Lewis says, Sam Darnold, I see ghosts today. I see stars. I mean, Dak decided, let me go mess up JV's pick'ems and stuff like that and just throw the ball to Tony Pollard for 26 yards to ensure that he doesn't get it. In a meaningless game. Well, meaningless play. All right, so they got Terrion Davis Price carrying the ball here. He picks up 2 yards. Going to be a flag on the play. Ball start there on the offense. That's going to back them up. Eric says you expected a better outcome tonight for Dallas. And so I expect the Dallas defense to do a little bit better. The offense is living up to about the expectations I sort of had coming into this game for the offense against San Francisco's defense. But I did think the Dallas defense would do a little bit better against San Francisco's offense. All right, gets a completion there for a yard. Fourth down coming up. Again, that was Ray McLeod with the catch, his first catch of the game. And again, just trying to take off as much time as possible is the name of the game here for San Francisco. Punch on the way. Ooh, nice, excellent punt there at the 1 yard line. So when it goes your way, it really goes your way. All right, so again, we are currently right now at commercial. We're here in the fourth quarter. We still got 8 minutes and 47 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. But yeah, JB will go ahead and end the poll here. 56 votes. That was tremendous there. But this game is all but done at this point. So we're just going through the formality of it. All right, Cooper Rush in the game. Hands it to the back. And, oh, man. Bear, is that a safety or? All right, they're saying he broke the plane of the end zone there, so no safety. Man, I should have went with my first gut instead of doing receiving yards. I should have did rushing yards for Tony Pollard. Second and 10. Gets the completion to Gallup. Boy, he's pushed out of bounds there. Picks up about 7 yards in the play. We got 3rd and 3 coming up. 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Gonna feed it to the back again, and he does a good job of accelerating and pick up the first down, 8 yards on the play off the right guard. First down for Dallas. Throws it to the back of the backfield, and he's going to pick up a yard or two in the play. Hands it to the back again, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards there. So we got 3rd and 6. Cooper snaps it, and he's brought down for the sack. 4th down coming up for Dallas. But more importantly, the clock continues to run. Catches it from his own 35-yard line, and he gets brought down at about the 47-yard line. Gregory McLeod on the punt return for the San Francisco 49ers. Lewis says, oh man, this is going to happen to baby. You said go Raiders. All right, another handoff here. And another running back that gets a first down. Nice play there for 15 yards there. Keeps the clock moving. Looks like we have an injured player down there in the field, and that's Wilson for the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see who it says. Oh, he meant Green Bay. You said, I mean, you want this to happen to the Green Bay Packers and stuff. Well, if it is going to happen, give JB a heads up so he knows which way to pick him. But yeah, they're helping the safety Donovan Wilson off the field here. He's walking very gingerly. Ooh. Yeah, he had someone fall on his leg from behind, and you hate to see that happen. There's just no way you can protect yourself in that situation. So now we've got Sam Donald and company back out there. Tosses it to the back. Just going to pick up 4 yards on the play. 4 minutes left to go here in the fourth. Lewis says, go for 50. Oh, man, I can see it now. Teams would really hate going against a Lewis coach squad. It's like, we're going to hang 50 on. Feeds it to the back again, and he picks up 4 yards. Lewis says, great stream, JB. And so I appreciate that, Lewis, and I appreciate you. I mean, sure, you was here before JB even logged on. So appreciate you for coming through here. And so 20-5. We both had some tough days today with that, but we'll rebound. And so, yeah, we will rebound. What are you thinking for tomorrow's game, Lewis? Over or under for tomorrow's game? All right, we got 3rd and 2. All right, so delay of the game. Gonna back them up 5 yards. Still got to snap the ball. Feeds it to Price up the middle and not going anywhere there. 4th down coming up, but it can and will take us to the 2-minute warning. Yeah, if only JB would have known that it would have been this one-sided from the get-go. All right, so the 2-minute warning. Oh, that's not good to be making news for the wrong, records for the wrong thing. Lewis says 45, man, right now it's 50-50, but I think under No Love versus Me Glass. So Jimmy G is for sure back this week. Okay, that's important to note. It's just Green Bay's defense. I feel like the Raiders will be able to move the ball on that Green Bay's defense. And the same to be said about the Raiders defense. Green Bay will also be able to move the ball there. So it's a lot to look into. The health of Aaron Jones, Christian Watson. Meanwhile, the 49ers are going to toss it here to the back on 4th down. And he's going to lose some yards here. A minute 54 left to go. So let's see if the Cowboys come out here and do the right thing and just take a couple of knees and let's end this nightmare. And they're going to hand it to the back here. It's going to pick up perhaps a yard on the play. But most importantly, have that clock running. Up, and there's a penalty. If there's one thing you don't like, it's a penalty to try to delay the game, and the clock should already be running. What are we doing? What are we doing? They're going to call unnecessary roughness here. And after today's performance, I don't know if anybody on this Dallas team should be accused of being rough. Should be unnecessary softness. Should have been the name of this call. So now we're looking at 2nd and 24. They hand it to the back up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. So now we're looking at 3rd and 20. Look, and everybody's just over there looking like they're ready for this thing to be over and done with already. Feeds it to the back and try to take off a couple more seconds there. All right, we've got difference of about 10 seconds here, so 4th down coming up. All right, so Coop about to take the about to take the rush, about to take the meal here, and all right. I was about to say that was 4th down, was it not? Yeah, that was 4th down, and they took a kneel on 4th down. I know we want the game to be over with, but technically you can't do it like that. You got to actually, I guess, bring out the 49ers to take a knee. There should be about 13, 14 seconds left, or 10. I'm sorry, about 10 or 8 seconds left. But again, the next stream will take place tomorrow. Packers and Raiders. So JB will be here. Hopefully you guys will be able to join as well. This one right here is a wrap. And that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. But they'll await for the final kneel down. Lewis says, good night, JB. Till tomorrow. Not exciting, but oh well. it's still football, and yet another reason for Lewis to take a couple more shots every time, I assume, the Raiders score. But yeah, JB will wait till the final 10 seconds are off that clock. As custom, no matter how the score looks, before we call this one a night. And so Sam Darnold gets to take a knee, and the 49ers are the victors of this one, 42-10. Sending a statement to the rest of the NFL, the San Francisco 49ers, they are the real deal. So if you didn't know, now you know. But thank you guys so much for coming through and being a part of this stream with JB. It was fun. It was real. It was a little one-sided. But hey, that happens sometimes. It's football. You know, teams will be up one week, down the next. So, I mean, look at Buffalo. You know, they had a big win against Miami. Then the next week they lose to Jacksonville. So you just never know. You just never know. But that being said, thank you guys again. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Have a great start to your week. And see you guys Monday.